Let's see if it starts up. When it starts up, should be now. Hi, my name is Wayne Cook, and I will be teaching the CSC 1019 class that you are in. And a little background, I have taught Java 1060 and 1061 for the last 4 or 5 years. And I've taught CSC 1019 once before when it was called 19 or 119, but it was the C++ version. And then I am just going to show you how to download Java JDK 19 and IntelliJ Idea. So I'll just go ahead and go to my browser. And then if I do a search, I do a search for Java 19. And notice then one of the ones you can choose is the Oracle. Oracle got about Sun Microsystems, and so received the responsibility for maintaining Java. Then also Hewlett-Packard is where I get the suggestions of what versions to use. And so there's something called Code Wars for high school students, which I participate with a group of high school students every year. And so HPE puts it on, and this is the versions they recommend. So I'm going to go ahead and download then Java 19. And if you look at the archives, then you have a choice of Linux systems, Mac systems, or Windows systems. You can either use the compressed or the installer. If you have an MSI computer, then you can have a special one, but I am going to just use the standard installer. And I download it. Then it takes a little while to install. I've already downloaded once, and I just go through the download directory, and then I can start the install here. And then if I do an open, this will start the installer. And then if I say yes, then it will just come up, try to install something. And since I've already installed it, then I'll just go ahead and then say that it's already, so do I want to redo it? And the answer is no, I don't want to redo it. And likewise, if I go and then look up IntelliJ Idea, which is the main chosen development environment for Java by professionals, and it actually has superseded a couple other options, and it's a real nice environment. I've been using it again for the last 4 or 5 years with other classes. So if I just go to the idea, if you notice, then it is under JetBrains, which is the name of the company. Again, I always want to download from the company itself and not from a third party. And if I go to downloads, then there are 2 choices, either the ultimate version, which is paid version. It has a lot more features, but I find that the community edition is great for students, and it's very intuitive. And again, I can hit download, and it should come up. And then here, I will go ahead and just open up the directory. And again, I could start to download this again just by a right click and then open, but I've already downloaded it, so I don't want to do it again. So then if I just start up Java, if you notice, then if I start up IntelliJ Idea, and I can do projects, and then I can do a new project. Let me just go ahead and it'll ask me various projects that I want to do. And I just want to do a standard Java project. And it asks me which version I want to use. And then I have several different versions here. And I'm going to add a JDK because I just added one, and all then Javas are under the C directory on Windows, under program files, under Java. And then you can see the various versions I have. No, I don't see it there. I thought I installed it. Or is that it? No, that is it. And then I'm going to then just say version 19 and then go to next. And I'm not going to develop from template, so I'm going to go to next. And then I'm going to put it in the directory where I want it. In this case, then I am going to put it into, well, I'll just use my current Java one, and then I have projects. So I'm going to put it in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and select another project. Here I'm just going to call it sample for lack of better project name. And notice how the project name comes up here. And so then I can say finish. And so it says that directory is not here. So I create. And then it brings up the project. And it gives several nice tips as it comes up. But I close that. Then if I hit File, if I hit Project Solutions, I can take a look, make sure that the proper JDK is the one being used. And then looks like Open Recent. And I don't see it there, but this is the way you'll usually come in, is you'll just say New Project. And then I want a Java project using 19. And I'm not going to use any libraries this time. And I'm not going to use an empty project. So if I say next, it'll ask me the same thing. I'm not going to use a template. And then again, I say project, and I can say which window it is. I'm just going to do it in this window. And then if you notice, it has up here, sample 2, and I go to source. And from source, then I can right click and say new and Java class, and all Java classes have to exist. And so I go ahead and say main. And then I have a new public class. And we'll get into all the other detail later on in the class, but this just shows you how this is done. And then there's a lot more to what needs to go into a Java program, but I do not want to cover that at this time. I just wanted to show you how to download and open up the projects. Hope this has been helpful. And we'll go ahead and then stop recording.